From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's voice briefing. It's Thursday, March 2nd, 2023.
I'm Paul Egan reporting for the Detroit Free Press. Remember those $180 checks that Governor Whitmer wanted to send to every Michigan tax filer? Well, the check is not in the mail, nor will it be. On Tuesday, the Michigan Senate gave final passage to the bill that would have paid for the checks. But the vote fell short of the two-thirds majority needed to give an immediate okay to issuing the checks. And the bill was written in such a way that if the checks were not going to be sent out soon, they wouldn't be sent out at all. Republicans say no checks is good news because it means all Michigan residents will likely see a cut in the personal income tax rate. They say the checks were just a gimmick to reduce state revenues and block a rate cut that will be triggered if they exceed a certain level. The bill does two other things: reduce taxes on retirement income and increase the state earned income tax credit.
This is J.C. Rindle with the Detroit Free Press. The CEO of Michigan's largest insurance company has gotten a pay raise. Blue Cross Blue Shield disclosed this week that its CEO, Daniel Loepp, earned $17 million last year. That amount was his total compensation, which included a $13.8 million bonus. He has been CEO since 2006. A spokesman for the Blues says their continued strong financial performance is reflected in Mr. Loepp's pay. Blue Cross had a net loss last year of 2%. Most of that loss was from investment losses. On just its health insurance, Blue Cross had net gains. Blue Cross is also in compliance with an Affordable Care Act rule that it pay out at least 80% of the money that it takes in. It did miss that mark in one area last year, so it issued refund checks.
This is Phoebe Wall-Howard, an automotive reporter at the Detroit Free Press. Ford Motor Company has applied for a patent on an idea designed to try and get people to clear up car payments that, when all else fails, could lead to cars driving themselves to repo lots. Ford Global Technologies filed the patent application in 2021, and it was formally published at the end of February for public review as part of the process. This overall strategy is about sending messages to people who own and lease and rent cars. This could mean messages popping on a smartphone, on the screen in the vehicle, potentially locking a driver out of the vehicle, or having it drive to a location where it can be picked up by a tow truck. Go to freep.com to learn more about this patent.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department with news of a longtime local fixture sticking around. Detroit Red Wings captain Dylan Larkin, born and raised in Southeast Michigan, a former Michigan Wolverine, and the leader of the Winged Wheelers, signed an 8-year contract extension worth just over $69 million on Wednesday. Larkin is in the final year of his current deal, during which he was named the 38th captain in Hockeytown's history. So now, can Larkin lead the Wings to the playoffs? Detroit has lost 3 in a row and entered last night's action 5 points out of the final wildcard spot. The Wings host Seattle tonight at Little Caesars Arena. On Friday comes the NHL trade deadline, and public perception has wavered on just what Steve Yzerman will do. There are big questions as to the futures of guys like Tyler Bertuzzi and Jakub Vrana, and there's been plenty of trades in the NHL the last couple of days.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.